for concept. Yes. So this session will be recorded, and we may use it for further sharing this information in case you could not attend the Turkish International Career Days. And perhaps if you're interested, you can come back and have a look at the information, and we can use it for archival purposes as well. So once again, thank you very much for joining us. I'd like to welcome you all on behalf of the ITU ELISA team. And my name is İdil Evcimen. I'm a senior lecturer now, many years past, senior lecturer in human resources management at the Department of Management Engineering at Istanbul Technical University. I also work as an ELISA researcher for this particular topic, which is international internships, apprenticeships, and building partnerships with companies. And I think especially I'd like to very much thank you, the companies who are here today. There are major stakeholders. Şişecam is here, Abago Chemistry is here, and NTT is here. So thank you very much for joining us. It's a pleasure and pleasure to have you, an honor to have you with us today. And yes, and I have another duty as well. I'm part of the vice director of Center of Excellence in Education. So what we're really trying to do here is that we're trying to combine international experience with learning innovation and excellence in education. So we see internship as a crucial, important part of the overall education. There's a joke actually, a professor said that I'm teaching my dog how to speak. And people were really intrigued, oh, really? Can you teach a dog to speak? How so? And they go find this dog and they ask questions to this dog, but the dog can't reply. And they come back to the professor and say, look, the dog cannot speak. But the professor says, but I think I taught this dog to speak. So just teaching is not enough. Okay, the other party should be ready to get this information. So internship for that reason is very crucial to get firsthand experience, especially in different parts of Europe, different parts of the world. So I heartily encourage young people to go ahead and try out different job opportunities. So, and ELISA, for that matter, I think is a very valuable opportunity, provides a very valuable platform, so as to say, a common ground to be able to share all this experiences. So yes, we're very much thrilled to have our stakeholders with us today. Perhaps if you would like to introduce yourselves too, perhaps if you don't mind, we can start with Ebru Hanım. Hello and welcome. So glad to have you here today.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for this introduction, İdil Hocam. I'm so glad to be here today. And thank you so much once again to ELISA and ITU for such an opportunity. Shall I start with, or is there any other company representative?
Yes, there are two other companies. Everyone, thank you so much for introducing. I will give you a separate whole 15 minutes to talk about all the opportunities, and there's going to be a separate Q&A for you dedicated to Şişecam. So we will use that time as such, if you don't mind. We're just introducing ourselves for the time being. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Some other new people are coming in. Müge Takla, can you hear me, Müge?
Yeah, hello everyone.
Müge, welcome.
Hello.
Thank you so much for this opportunity again. And I'm joining from the Entity Data Business Solutions Turkey. I work as a Smart Factory Director. HR employees couldn't come today because of they are very busy today. But I want to say everyone is a hello and thank you for me to welcome in here.
Thank you. we're very proud of her. I cannot hide that. And she's doing a wonderful job. And I'm very happy to have her with us today. Hopefully she'll share her experiences and talk about her company. Thanks again. And finally, from Ravago, we have Özlem Öztürk and Osman Ersoy. And I would like to welcome you both as well for joining us today. If you'd like to introduce yourselves.
Hello, my name is Osman Ersoy. Just a minute, I need to arrange the microphone. I'm working in Ravago as a R&D manager. Today's meeting from Ravago, my colleague Ezgi is here, as well as Özlem is here. Ezgi, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, it's nice to meet you. I'm Ezgi. I have been working in Ravago as Thermoplastic Elastomer Business Unit about 1.5 years now. Previously, my background is actually from bachelor. I am a bioengineer, and also my master degree is Polymer Science and Technology at Istanbul Technical University.
Hey, another student of ours. Yes. How nice. Okay. Hello, welcome Ezgi. Hoş geldin.
Thank
Mutlu
you.
oldum.
And Özlem is also here, I think so.
I'm also here. Yeah.
So me and one of my colleagues, Marve, also attending today, but Mr. Osman and Ediz are going to make a presentation for us to let you know about Ravago, about R&D Center, and the projects that we were working on. Just the general information about projects. And we would like to talk about our future projects and opportunities in Ravago and other topics. So also welcome everyone to become with us today. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you very much, Özlem Hanım. We really, perhaps you can feel our excitement. We're so happy to have all of you, and this is just the beginning of many career days, hopefully, that we will share. And we're not only doing it for internship only, hopefully, perhaps we'll explore other ways of collaborating. And this is just a start for a larger project that we have in our minds. So without further ado, perhaps it's time for me to share my our agenda with Gizem with you. So let me show you. So we have arranged it like for this meeting around 90 minutes. So we've divided into two, and hopefully we'll finish it like 4 o'clock. So we have arranged it in two parts. The first part will be me and Gizem will be presenting, just to give you some brief ideas as to what ELISA is about, give some information about aim and scope of this meeting, what we want to achieve, and if for the people who are very new and never heard of ITU before, give them a very brief information regarding our university. And Gizem, and also about Turkey and Istanbul, very brief information. And Gizem will be talking about the legal aspects of internship, how to apply for an internship in Turkey. And there's going to be a very general Q&A session, like for 5 minutes for the first part that we have presented. And afterwards, we'll be devoting 15 minutes each to our distinguished stakeholders here today. And so each company will use their 15 minutes for presenting their company's internship opportunities, their projects, and there's going to be a separate Q&A for each company if you have. And for a conclusive wrap-up, perhaps we'll have an open session, either in the form of Q&As or other comments that you would like to add, and then we will hopefully do the close-up. So this is the flow. We don't want to bore you with lots of details that you can find on the websites, but we're always proud to talk about how ELISA is providing a unique opportunity for students, academicians, and for companies. So we're not tired of sharing this kind of information. Yes, we'll talk about our universities a little bit. So let me get started very quickly. So as I was trying to share with you earlier in the beginning, the aim is we're trying to build, with your help, of course, here with students and from the feedback from our major stakeholders, all of our stakeholders, we'd like to build a joint international internship program. And we don't want to do it for a short period of time. We would like a continued collaboration among different stakeholders. So the aim is to build this system, okay, which is kind of difficult in terms of financing it, in terms of legal aspects to it. However, we're solving these and hopefully we'll find a special status for ELISA, which will ease student mobility in many respects. And the scope is, of course, what we want to achieve is mostly about, as I was trying to explain in the beginning, I would like to improve the quality of education, as well as perhaps contribute to our stakeholders in terms of giving them visibility, diversification, and help them achieve their sustainable development goals for 2030. So we're trying to build a win-win game, actually. And yes, so we'd like to increase opportunities for technology transfer as well as share best practices, but also we'd like to equip our students with a sound theoretical background as well as organizational practices. So it's kind of, it works both ways. So we'd like to help our students develop more and help our companies to have a diverse international workforce, which can benefit them in various different ways. As for ELISA, probably all of you know about this, you have an idea, but it's the acronym for European Engineering, Learning, Innovation and Science Alliance. Actually, it is named after a very important lady. This is ELISA herself. And she is the first woman to receive an engineering degree. So this program is devoted to her. So as ELISA, we have an important emphasis on describing rather the European engineer who is going to serve and contribute to the best practices. In fact, what is important for ELISA, I think, as far as I'm concerned, it is very much challenge-based, research-based, and all the efforts are geared towards the well-being of all of us, really, of all stakeholders. So it's a large body, as you can see. There are several universities from different countries, and there are 195,000 students, over 30,000 staff members from different parts of the world. And yes, Zurich is a new addition lately. So we have all these countries, and Istanbul is one of the Istanbul Technical University is one of the founding members of ELISA. So the mission is actually, again, just to repeat, we have an emphasis on higher education. As you know, the world is changing, everything is transforming. We're not in the medieval days where a single lecturer is lecturing a group of passive students. We want to involve our students, get firsthand practice and information. So we're trying to strengthen the link between engineering and society. And we're trying to build a new model of European engineers. And we're really serious by this. We're working very hard in different fashions. We have lots of symposiums, and we have a very tight and frequent collaboration with lots of people, universities, academicians, researchers, stakeholders from different parts of the world. And as the ELISA is funded by the European Union, we have here as Erasmus program, of European Union. So we are really very much geared towards, as you can see, the European agenda, the SDGs. So these are our guiding principles. In fact, I would like to invite our stakeholders to have a look into ELISA website, to have a look into our communities, to have a perhaps deeper understanding. We have lots of different communities fighting against no poverty, fighting against gender discrimination. So I think what we're doing is very, very meaningful. It has lots of added value. Okay. And our favorite topic is ITU, of course. Actually, I'm not from ITU originally, but I've been working a great deal for a long time now. Yes, Daniel, thank you for sharing the website. So we are pioneers through the ages, as we'd like to call ourselves. We're, as you can see from the slides, we're sharing our 250th year. So anniversary, and yes, we're one of the fourth oldest technical university in the world. If you ask me which are the first three, Czech Technical is the first one, TU Braunschweig, I can perhaps excuse my German, is the second, Freiberg is the third, and ITU is the fourth oldest technical university. So it has roots in architecture, and we have a wide array of different engineering disciplines. Gizem and I, we belong to the same department. We are management engineers, but we have 13 faculties, 67 programs in 5 different campuses. So ITU is huge, really, very big. We have 40,000 students, 2,000 academicians, and we have all these, as you can see, very proud to have these rankings. We have, our campus is very big and nice, perhaps you already know. It's the 57th place. It has a 57th place in world ranking. So these are some information, general information about ITU. Why am I mentioning ITU to you under internship? Because we're kind of the mediator between our stakeholders and ELISA students. Of course, our role is not clear because we're doing it for the first time. We are working on it. We're going to improve it. But we're ready to provide you with any kind of information should you need it. And we're ready to give you certain assistance in terms of coming to Turkey and working here and all the other legal and financial information. So we just use the opportunity to introduce our beloved university to you. And for Turkey, yes. So we're always very proud again to talk about our unique geographical location. It's a very strategic location. Look at the map as well. It's the crossroad between Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. And this, of course, strategic location contributes very much to the frequency and intensity of the work done here in terms of the business world. So it's not only connecting continents, as we like to call it, but it's also connecting markets, which is, of course, very important for businesses. For economic strength, we can talk about a number of different diversified industries, which I will be sharing with you in a moment. And yes, manufacturing, automotive, textile, tourism, finance, IT, and agriculture are some. Manufacturing, of course, is one of the dominant industries of Turkey, which in fact has an important role because it's also not only beneficial for the country itself, but it's also creating other secondary, tertiary industries to contribute to the overall welfare of the country. Another thing that we like to share about our country is that we have a young and skilled workforce. In fact, let me check my numbers. I will share it with you when I'm talking about the employment environment, but the majority of the population are university graduates. they're adaptable and skilled labor force. And yes, we have a high emphasis on education in our country, which is compulsory at least up till the 12th year. So we have a young and skilled workforce. Also, in terms of infrastructure, I think we're doing a good job. There are ongoing investments in terms of transportation, energy, and telecommunications. There's some of the growing industries, sectors in our country. So that also very much contributes to the business world. And of course, market potential. And we have a large domestic market, which is over 80 million consumers. So it's kind of a huge number if you ask me. And yes, we have customs union membership. I'm checking the numbers as well. And yes, it's also because of its strategic location, it's gateway to a broader market. So it's not just limited to the internal local market. So we have 1.5 billion customers in this respect. And in terms of cultural heritage and tourism, of course, we have a rich cultural heritage because of, especially because of Istanbul, I would say, but the rest of Turkey, I think, witnessed because of its geographical location, lots of different civilizations. So we have natural wonders and historical heritages, which booms the tourism industry, especially from the surrounding countries. And of course, to conclude, proximity to Europe and Asia is another asset of our local environment. So there's a very short video, if I may share with you. Sorry, it doesn't let me, but. Yes, this is, we quite like this video. I start again, sorry about that. So yes, let me continue with this. Of course, Istanbul is probably, I mean, if you would agree, we have a large group of people living in Istanbul right now who are attending this very meeting. Probably you will agree with me. Istanbul has many facets, many parts of it. Some of them are very historical, some of them are very modern. As you can see, all these skyscrapers, it looks like a, you know, very versatile environment. And yes, it's and Istanbul is the city where you can actually cross from Europe to Asia. And throughout history, of course, it has been it has a very prestigious status because it has been the capital of three empires. So of course, the relics and the heritage is there. And yes, so it has a historical significance in this respect. It's quite a crowded city. It's a metropolitan city, and with a population of approximately 15 million people working and living. It's a metropolis and focal point of Turkey's education and business environment. So some facts, as you can see, and some scenes. They have renovated I don't know the Turkish English name for anybody. Help me. Kız Kulesi'nin acaba Maiden's Tower, would that be a correct translation?
Yeah, it is Maiden Tower.
Yes, thank you. So we have the Maiden's Tower. It's now renovated and open to visits. There used to be a restaurant at the top of it, but it's now a museum, I guess. So this is our famous Bosphorus, and we have lots of places to visit and lots of different activities to actually explore. Okay. And I have a very small video for, very short video for Istanbul as well. Let me show that to you. Well, I'm not going to lie to you. It looks very beautiful from here, but during work, the traffic back home is very difficult, getting from one place to another. Thank God we have transportation. We have a good transportation system, but driving through Istanbul might be sometimes tricky. Okay, coming back to business, let's talk more on business. So that was a very brief introduction, and you can find all sorts of information on the web. But as I was trying to mention while I was presenting about Turkey, we have a very young population, and look, I mean, 8.3 million students are enrolled in higher education. So we have a huge human resources resource. Couldn't find the word. So yes, of course, this fuels the industries and helps them grow. We have 2 million companies registered in Turkey. The largest company is Turkish Airlines, as far as I'm concerned, if there has not been a change, with 13,000 employees, which is Turkish Airlines. Do you have any, if you have any other information? I thought this is the latest, but I think this Turkish Airlines is the largest. Okay, so that's the, what about the industries? Let's have a look at them in terms of their profitabilities and percentage of production values. As I was mentioning, manufacturing industry is the largest which is also, of course, further helping other industries to thrive. So in fact, what is manufacturing anyways? Manufacturing is converting a raw material into a valuable outcome, which is, I think, has the greatest value added. So manufacturing also improves economic strength in that respect. And trade, construction, transportation and storage, electricity seem to be the other dominant industries that seem to dominate our Turkish business world. But of course, other industries are also thriving as such. Okay, so that concludes my part. I hope that this information was interesting for you. And sometimes I forget that I'm in a presentation lecturing, so this is, kusura bakmayın, yani mesleki rahatsızlık. So it's kind of a vocational, how do you call it? Okay, so yeah, that's so let's continue. What is it like to work in Turkey? What are the legal aspects? What should you be considering, and I'm just leaving the floor to Gizem to talk more on those topics. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you, Ms. Idil. Can you define me as co-host, please, for sharing my screen? Okay. Thank you. Yes, just a second, please. Today, I would like to give you a short briefing on legal issues related to those who come to Turkey from ELISA universities for internships. First of all, I would say Turkey is not a member of European Union, so intern exchanges are not as easy as in the European Union. After making this determination, I would like to examine the subject by dividing it into two. The first title will be Foreigners Work Permit, and the second title will be Foreigners Social Security. Let's start with the work permit. As a rule, foreigners willing to work in Turkey should have a foreign work permit. However, it is possible to be exempted from work permit in two possibilities. If there is a bilateral or multilateral agreement between Turkey and a foreign country, it may be possible for the foreigner to work without obtaining a work permit. And if the foreigner is among the groups of that are exempted from a work permit in our country, there will be no need to obtain a work permit. When I checked the agreements and the exemptions from work permit, I realized an article which we can use it for ELISA university students. The key clause for it is Article 48/I of the Regulation on Implementation of International Workforce Law. According to that article, foreigners who will do an internship within the scope of international intern student exchange or new graduate intern exchange or youth exchange programs approved by the Directorate General of International Workforce are exempted from work permit for up to 12 months. That is the good news. Yeah, so based on this provision, if the foreigner comes to our country for an internship within the project of ELISA, he or she will be exempted from work permit for 1 year. And that work permit can replace with the residence permit. So the student with a work permit exemption will not have a residence permit problem in the state period. Now, the second legal issue to be evaluated after the work permit is how to ensure the social security of the foreign student while his or her internship. We should check our constitution. It says that everyone has the right to have a social security. So it is necessary to ensure the social security rights of foreigners in Turkey. At this point, the problem is which country will provide the social security of the foreign intern. While evaluating the insurance status of foreigners, it is necessary to check whether there is a bilateral or multilateral social security agreement between the foreigner's country and Turkey. And when we checked them, we found that we have bilateral or multilateral agreements between ELISA universities and ELISA countries and Turkey. So according to that agreement, foreign nationals in our country will be considered equal with the Turkish citizens. So now it's time to check our social insurance and general health insurance law. And according to Article 87/1E, it is stated that the insurance of the students doing their internship during their higher education will be made by the student's university. Actually, there's no distinction in the provision according to whether the student is a student at a university in the country, in Turkey or abroad. However, the university can insure just its own students. And a foreign student from ELISA University is not a student of ITU, and also there are some technical and bureaucratical problems about this subject. As a result, we can conclude that the insurance of students coming from ELISA universities should be made by the company in which students will work in Turkey. The title after legal aspects of internships in Turkey is applying for an internship in Turkey. This subject is actually will be explained by the companies, but I would like to dwell on the basic issues on this subject briefly. As I just mentioned, students coming from ELISA universities will be exempt from work permit. But in order to exempt from a work permit, they must apply to a work permit exemption certificate. So the question will be how to get work permit exemption certificate. Work permit exemption applications can be made online. And if the foreigner is in Turkey, or if the foreigner is located outside Turkey, the application process changes. And maybe the second question can be which documents should be attached to the application for exemption from work permits. Actually, valid passport, registration number of the workplace, the amount of salary, the signed employment contract, documents proving the situation according to the type of exemption applied by the foreigner must be attached. And after this work permit exemption, the company must apply to the Social Security institution to employ foreigners. I think companies will give you detailed information about it, so it's enough for me to explain. Thank you for your patience. If you have any questions, I would be glad to answer them in a Q&A session.
Gizem Hocam, thank you very much for this very detailed explanation. In fact, well, we're trying to find a solution to this, perhaps a special status for ELISA students to encourage mobilities, and perhaps if ELISA confirms that, we may find some budget to support students as well, but we have to check for eligibility. But for the time being, of course, we're very new. Hopefully there will be a pleasant surprise that we can provide the budget, but for the time being, we are also in the dark, so we will hopefully know soon as to how to support students. In terms of ITU's role, of course, we are the mediator. We have the mediation role here to help, advise, monitor both parties, our stakeholders, as well as foreign students from the ELISA community who'd like to come and do their internship in different various locations and different various durations. Okay. Yes, the word I was trying to find was occupational disease, because I tend to lecture a lot, so let me cut it short here. And do you have any questions regarding the first part of our presentation regarding Turkey, Istanbul, working here, coming here, about legal issues? We can have a very short Q&A, like for 5 minutes. If you have any questions, please do ask us. Okay, silence is also a very good sign or a very bad sign. Either we've done a very good job, or perhaps, you know, or perhaps it is the opposite. Hope it is the first one. So without further ado, perhaps it's time to listen to our stakeholders. And we thought an alphabetical order would be a fair way of, you know, putting our stakeholders into order. So we have the NTT first. Let me say, Şişecam second, and Ravago as the final presenter. So can we get? Can
Hello.
you like to Yes, thank you for joining us again. You have 15 minutes, and should you need more, perhaps we can extend it by a few minutes. Let's hear
Okay.
about NTT and internship opportunities. And yes,
Okay, I
share.
share my screen. Can
Yes.
everyone see? Okay, how can I?
Yes, we're seeing your screen.
Okay,
You-
now,
but,
okay. Thank you again. My name is Müge Takla. Yeah, I graduated from the ITU, from management engineering, and I work for Entity Data nearly 12 years. My expertise is not the HR and hiring or recruiting. Sorry about that. I work for the consultancy department management. I work as a smart factory director in Entity Data. But I try to explain everything about our company. So, and we are an independent subsidiary of NTT Group. NTT Group is a Nippon Telegraph and Telephone Corporation based in Japan. It's a telecommunication company as well, but it is the top 5 IT companies in the world, and it has more than 320,000 employees in the worldwide. Entity Data Business Solutions is a group of which is expertise in the SAP implementation project. But in Turkey, we are not just implementing and delivering SAP projects. We are also our income 20% of our income comes from the non-SAP technologies as well. And we are now more than 2,200 employees in Turkey. We have 30 years experience. We have delivered more than 1,500 SAP projects. And we have an incubation and innovation and R&D department. We are very eager to doing and developing our R&D parts. And we are every year we are adding new technologies in our company as well. And as I said before, SAP is just one part, and we have lead more than 30 industries in Turkey and all over the world as well. Digital transformation to the companies, and we are doing some projects with using the RPA technology, big data analytics, blockchain, artificial intelligence, and machine learning as well. And after the SAP or non-SAP project implementation, we are doing the lifetime relationships with our partners. This is a long-term strategic partners in our company that support these companies. We are supporting the BSH with non-SAP tools as well, and we have licensed many our own products. So this is very valuable for creating the technology for our partners with their lifetime to develop their digital transformation as well. And as I said before, SAP is one partner, the biggest partner for us, and we have delivering different projects using the Microsoft tools, AWS, UiPath, Qualtrics, Qlik, etc. Celonis also. And also we are recognized by the Great Place to Work certification last year, and we are very proud of this, and our employees very happy to work in here. And we are we are a technology company, grows aggressively, every year, as you can see in here. We are growing in the SAP part and also the non-SAP parts also. We adding new technologies, and we are we are growing very aggressively each year, even the pandemic time also. And we do not do any how can I say positive discrimination to achieve this. We are very proud of our female employees. We are at 43% of our employees are female. Our average age is 30. We are a very young company, and we value the younger people that they are how can I say, eager to the technology part, and their innovations and their ideas. We value them a lot. And in our management department, demographic structure is at 36% of female. Our average age is 37. And our annual One Talent program is established in 2016. Our program develops future leaders, enhances industry involvement. It strengthens our employer brands, drives sustainable success for us. We support young talent and their career growth in both soft skill and technical expertise as well. And you can see our talent attraction. We use the university collaboration, HR summits, top talent, one internship, and we are very we are using all the social medias very busy, and you can follow us using the LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, in every social media. And we value the university collaboration. Last year we have organized so many events with the universities. We value the university collaboration, and we try to every channel to reach all the young and talent university students. And in every year, we do the One Talent application, and you can do your application using via LinkedIn, career.net, top talent, or our email address, careersolutions@entitydata.com. And using these platforms, you can reach us. Last year, we have hired more than 500 new graduates or nearly will graduate people in our company. Yes, some of them is already graduated from their universities, or the other part is internship, and short-term and long-term internships is also very important for us. And our process begins with the online application. After the online application, we do the foreign language assessment. English is the first language, and German language is the second language for us. Competency-based video assessment is important. We try to figure out the young talents, how they are familiar with the technologies. It's important for us because we are a technology company. We try to create new technologies in every year. And online case studies with group interview, online one-on-one interview, then offer process and orientation program. And last year, 40% is female that we have hired, and their average age is 24. And first week, our agenda after the internship begins, opening and meeting with management part, and meeting with experienced consultants with the One Talent. And one-on-one in mentorship is important. We assign in every internship or new graduate people to one mentor from our company to make it easier and make it their get used to the our company and our company culture from one of the experienced people. We match them. and department introducing is important. Then we give them the project management training, and then first step training and work consulting based training also for soft skill, soft skill issues, and the fifth day is for the innovation day, yeah, AI and ideas on. And after the orientation program, they will begin to the 6-month development journey, one-on-one mentorship, model-based training, class training, video training, soft skills trainings, quizzes, exams, role-play studies, project presentations, simulations, and lessons learned documentation. And this is the final. Do you have any questions?
Müge, thank you very much for presenting. It's very detailed and informative. And I didn't really know that much in detail about NT. I had some idea, but I didn't know how young you were and how inclusive it is, you know, which is a very nice thing to have. And best place to work is, of course, a big deal in terms of having a certificate of that. Congratulations on that too. I'm sure it's a great opportunity for internship. I see from the attendance here, I see that we don't have many students with us, but we're recording it. And perhaps if you'd like to share your information as to if they want to ask questions to where can they find you, or can we share your contact information? Because we're recording this, and in case they have a question.
Yeah, I can share my presentation with you also, and you can share my email address. Anyone wants to.
Thank you very much. Thank you, because this is the finals week. I think we had strategic error of positioning our data as such, but I'm sure they will watch and they will be interested. Thank you very much for sharing. As an HR professor, I'm also very intrigued, and I want to learn more on the applications. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you then.
Thank you Müge. Sağ ol canım. Çok teşekkürler. Ağzına sağlık. If there are no questions, I think I may today I made a mistake in alphabetical ordering even, very excited. So I think alphabetically Ravago is second, right?
Right.
Ebru'nun heyecandan atacağım yani o durumda. Can we continue with maybe if you don't mind with Ravago? Özlem Hanım.
Hello. Sorry. So Mr. Osman would be making a presentation for us.
Yeah, hello everyone. Our presentation is shared by my colleague Ezgi. She's just try to share. Yeah. We would like to just shortly introduce Ravago Petrokemya, and we would like to just inform about our main focus. So, Ezgi, could you please?
Hello everyone. In Ravago company, we have different business units and different solutions for polymer parts. And in the manufacturing parts, we have different production plants, and we serve for automatic electronics, building and construction industry. And now I will give brief information about our production plants, which is focused on TPE, as you can see in the map. We have one thermoplastic elastomer plant in Germany, and also in Turkey, in Izmir. We have R&D center in Kocaeli, which is close to Istanbul. And this R&D center is the only R&D center which serves for the globally Ravago companies. And also we have another plant in Russian Federation.
The blue sites are addressed to the engineering plastic compounding factories, and they are located in Europe. They are very strong in the engineering plastic compounding as well. We have also engineering plastic compound unit, the factory, I mean, in Izmir, which is very close to our thermoplastic elastomer production site as well.
And also in US, we have actually we had 4 different plants, but now they are going to emerge in Manchester, Tennessee. Also in Asian Africa part, we have a plant in India and China for thermoplastic elastomer business. And for engineering plastics, there is one in South Africa, Singapore, and Saudi Arabia. Let me just give detailed information what we do in Ravago. So in Ravago Petrochemical Company, we have 5 different business units. One is expandable polystyrene, thermoplastic elastomers, thermoplastic polyurethanes, engineering plastics, and polyurethane systems. 2 of those polyurethane systems and thermoplastic polyurethanes has their production plant located in Kocaeli, Taysat. Engineering plastics, expandable polystyrene, and thermoplastic elastomers have their production plant in Izmir, Ali Ağa. And our R&D center is also located in Taysat Kocaeli, which serves for those 5 different business units. And our main end markets are automotive, home appliance, electronics, building and construction, and packaging. Here is the location of the companies in Turkey. Okay. There is, sorry, the laser mark. So the production plant for our thermoplastic elastomer, engineering plastics, and EPS is located in Izmir. We have also different locations in Kartepe, in Bursa, in Kayseri, in all over the Turkey. The upper side, you can see our production plants, and the bottom one is our R&D center. So we have total capacity of thermoplastic elastomers, engineering plastics, and EPS about 255 metric tons. And in Taysat plants, we have TPU and polyurethane systems, which is 70,000 metric tons. Here, as I mentioned before, our R&D center is serving for global companies, our Ravago group companies, and which also serve for TPE, TPV production, engineering plastics, and the others. And as I already mentioned, we are serving 2 different business units and different end products, such as automotive industry and building and construction. So this means that we need to have a good background and good capability of also the equipment part, and also the laboratory and the regulatory part. Here in Ravago R&D Center is actually a kind of new and a good equipped one. We have 32 full-time researchers. And also we are serving master students and PhD students. Also our engineers can do both at the same time, work and also doing master degree and PhD. At first, we have a lab pilot scale production in R&D, and also we make some pilot production in the production side, which our process engineers could support us. And also our R&D center is divided into different laboratory parts, which is starting from technology laboratory, which we can identify the FTIR, DSC, and TGE, all the, how to say, to identify the compound and products chemically. And also mechanical laboratory, flammability laboratory, rheology, UV aging, aging and chemical laboratory. And also each laboratory is dedicated with a technical personnel which are educated and certified for the test machines. And also we have a pilot scale production and processing part. And in this part, our process engineer team could support us because in R&D, we are making a small parts of a production. And when we come to the production line, the machine changes and the feeding system and some condition changes. In this part, we require a process design and optimization. We need to understand the material structure, property, and the process relationship because we use we can also support our customers at their production line. And also we need to mimic customer processes or issues at R&D and also in the production line. We have a flexible pilot production and we have a lots of process development activities. As I mentioned, in R&D center is full equipped. So we have injection machine, extrusion machine, and also premixing equipment. We are using tune screw extruder, etc. This is from our R&D part. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Ezgi. From search-based interest, we have some different programs. Students or the university staff may join. We can open up a joint projects. That's one options. Is a summer trainee or a long-term trainee. Students can join our projects. We can define, first of all, we can define the objection of the training courses. We just select a very, how can I say, interesting subjects which can be addressed to a direct pure science or applied science. In applied science terms, we try to define a problem in order to favor the students or the staff, research staff. We can just prepare a project plan. According to the project plan, they can use our laboratory equipments and production equipments with the help of our well-trained workers. So they try to solve or identify the problems, and we can also supply the material which can be used through the experimental studies. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for sharing. I'm Osman Bey. Laboratuvarlarınıza bayıldım. I fell in love with your laboratories. How many square meters? You say 3,500.
Yeah, it's a very well equipped laboratory.
Wow.
We
And
try
versatile.
yeah, we try to develop the material formulation. We try to identify the relationship between the ingredients. We can run a short-term and a long-term aging tests. We can define mechanical properties, thermal properties of the material, etc. Plus, we have small-scale industrial type machineries which We
Mhm.
try to simulate the real polymer processing as well. So the students can get a lot of experience through the studies or through the period of internship, yes.
And you mentioned that it could be short duration, long duration. We're still also exploring opportunities, alternatives actually for internship. We're trying to build a system. So it would be very nice to collaborate on this. And also, it's not just, I mean, this meeting is not only for, of course, it's basically for internship opportunities, but as ELISA would like to build a long-lasting collaborations, scientific collaborations, like in terms of lab sharing and, sending PhD students over to your wonderful laboratories.
We have such a program. So I mean, master students or PhD students can conduct their studies for a certain period in our laboratories as well. Maybe they can come here, work for a certain period of time, 2 months, 3 months, or 4 months, etc. They can run their experiments in our laboratories, and then they can turn back their sites in order to continue literature review, analyzing the data, etc. And if it is necessary, they can again come to our laboratories for conducting their studies further.
That's great, wonderful. I mean, even I am eager to come and work in your lab. I wonder what students are thinking. Yani ben geleceğim şimdi birazdan. Well, thank you very much for sharing. I'm really excited to have the opportunity to collaborate with you. Do we have any questions regarding Ravago? We may not, because students are not present as much as we would like them to. We understand it's the finals week, but glad we're recording and they will come back. How can they contact you? May I share your contact information?
Maybe you can share our emails of mine. Yes.
If you let us.
We'll be in touch by email. They can share their also questions about training programs and etc. So we will be in touch by emails.
Okay.
Mine
Thank you so much. Yeah, izin verirseniz,
already got mine, right?
Let us. If you let us, we will share your emails. Thank you very much, and I'm really excited about our future collaborations with Ravago. It seems it's going to be very versatile in many respects for academic purposes. In fact, ELISA is trying to do this. We're trying to make education as real as possible. It's not just teaching a dog to talk. It's important if the dog can reply back to you. It's about making the practice as meaningful, as real life based, as more challenge based. And perhaps you'll call me a romantic, but making the world a better place. So we should be working towards that for innovation. Thank you so much. Osman Bey, çok teşekkürler. Ezgi'cim, ağzına sağlık. Thank you so much. It's so good to see a graduate of us with you as well. And really proud of them.
You're welcome.
Okay. Ezgi, teşekkür ederiz. And as the final presentation, it's time for Şişecam now. I'm good with my alphabetical ordering.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Ebru Hanım, thank you so much for joining. Şişecam has a very special place for us. As you know, we have been collaborating for some time now, and hope in our collaborations under the ELISA umbrella. So please, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you so much, İdil Hocam. Good afternoon again to everyone. So I'm Ebru Kahraman, working as employee branding manager at Şişecam for 8 years and a total of 13 years of HR experience at all. So today on my presentation, I would like to talk about our company, Şişecam, at the first part of my presentation. And at the second part, I would like to briefly talk about our youth programs, which I believe will have close attention. Let me start with Şişecam. our founding bears the signature of our founder, the great leader, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, whose vision and values are respected around the world. So we expand our activities, which started in 1935 as a pioneering symbol of his goal of production-based development by adding value to every geography where we operate and every stakeholder whose life we touch. In this journey, that we started 87 years ago as one of the Turkey's pioneering industrialization moves. Today, we are one of the strongest players in the glass and chemical sectors in the global arena. So, inspired by this transformative power of our founder, we work day and night for a better future with our more than 24,000 employees located in 14 countries, which I will talk about in detail in a couple of minutes later. Okay, shall I continue? Oops. Okay. Şişecam is an industrial enterprise conducting business operations in the core areas of flat glass, glassware, glass packaging, auto glass, and chemicals with more than 24,000 employees in 14 countries, which you also see on this map here. Our production facilities lie from Egypt to USA, from Russia to Bulgaria, to India, and also especially it's important for ELISA, I think. We are located also in Europe, in Hungary, Romania, Italy, Bulgaria, and so far. So we have production plants in 14 countries as a whole. And as the pioneer of the glass industry in Turkey, Şişecam manufactures products that reach millions of people in over 150 countries. And here you would see some crucial numbers. Şişecam operates in 9 business lines. These are mainly flat glass, mining, auto glass, glassware, which you know the name Paşabahçe, glass packaging, soda chemical, and the other business lines. Let me continue, and I would like to briefly talk about our some main production business lines, which are, the first one is flat glass, operates in 3 key segments of flat glass: architectural, energy, and home appliance glasses. The other one is automotive glass. Here you would also see some our customers also. Turkey's leading automotive glass producer. And the other one is glass packaging. Actually, here there is a video which can play while I'm talking about glass packaging group. This group meets glass packaging needs for a range of industries, for example, food, beverages, cosmetics, with a broad palette of colors and volume. And here also you would see our customers also again. And this is just one of our production line of glass packaging. It's a huge industry. And glassware features in product range of over 10,000 varieties, including both mass-produced and also handmade products, which is produced in Denizli in Turkey. On that video, actually, I just let me give you a minute to watch all these production portfolio. The first one is flat glass. And here comes glass packaging, glassware, huge machines and industry. And all you know is Paşabahçe, the branded name.
It is fascinating to watch, isn't it? Actually, I've been to Denizli factory many years ago. I remember now.
Yeah, how was your experience?
Oh, it was mind-blowing. They were doing the handmade glassware there as well. I was very impressed.
Right.
That was wonderful. Wow, look at all the bottles.
And glass fiber. This factory is located in Balıkesir, Turkey. And automotive glass. Here you would see how to cut the glass. Okay, I think this is all. Just a 1 minute example of what we are producing actually. Now I want to move to our R&D center, and which İdil Hocam also says we will have collaboration with EELISA, İTÜ, and also from Şişecam R&D Center. Here, Şişecam Science, Technology and Design Center, you would see some numbers and information on the slide. We actually here strive to produce solutions for today's needs as well as those of tomorrow. And there are some departments especially specialized for energy efficiency, furnace design, innovative technologies, glass technologies, etc., and also environmental effects. And there are lots of collaboration among universities and other institutions also. And here I would like to talk briefly about our sustainability approach. Şişecam sustainability strategy is named by Care for Next, and our approach driven by UN Sustainability Development Goals involve a voluntary commitment to expand the inclusion of our stakeholders, minimize the differences, ensure active participation in sustainable social, economic, and environmental solutions. And we have 3 dimensions here: protect the planet, empower society, and transform life. And here you would see some of our projects to increase the sustainability approach of Şişecam. And this was the first part of my presentation. So I try to be fast a little bit. So at the second part, I would like to talk about more our Şişecam youth programs, which is my main responsibility actually. So here, first, I would like to introduce our employee branding approach to all of you. And here we have 4 main pillars actually: determine the needs, continuous dialogue with the students, top management support, and also the experience point of view. And we draw strength from data through various youth surveys, and we meet with business units regularly to understand their needs and offer right solutions. Continuous dialogue is also another important thing, because our motto or our strategy is be visible on campuses throughout the year. And so we have close communication with university students actually. And we focus on providing a good and unique experience with the same approach as every touch point of the candidate and employee experience at each location actually where we operate. And also active participation of our managers and their teams are also very important because they support internship programs and they gain fresh graduates from those programs, which is also very important for us. And we can divide our employee branding programs into 4. The first one is university campus events, which will start at September and continue till June. Second one is internship programs, which I will talk about more in detail later. And the third one is university industry collaborations. And the fourth one is social media. We start our campus events on September and continue till June. And what we are doing is inspirational talks, case studies, mock interviews, technical visits to our factories, and also we participate in career fairs. And as our team, we ensure we implement all these events to all countries we operate. There are some numbers here. They are just the semester we just finished, actually, from September 2022 to June 2030. We reached more than 100 events in 31 universities, while globally, when we look at globally, at the same time period, we organized almost 20 events in nine different countries. So we really care about university campus events. And also, the second one is our internship programs. Well, each student asks the same question, actually, when they are seeking for an internship. How will be the experience the company offers? What kind of programs are available in the program for his or her personal or career development? And the third one is, of course, career opportunities the program offers. And from those perspectives, we create two internship programs. One of them is a first step summer internship program, and the second one is our long-term internship program, which we call Global Young Talent Program together. During the Global Young Talent Program together, we offer long-term internship opportunity to last year or graduate students, MA or PhD students, actually, and they can continue their internship up to 3 days in a week. And the program lasts for 7 months, and the students can make their internship both in our factories, in R&D center, or departments at the headquarters, from strategy to sales, from human resources to supply chain, etc. But we also we create this program not only for an internship, but also a program for development and training. And for this reason, we organize lots of inspirational talks, or we have also trainings both online and offline. We have also business school sessions, which provides opportunity to meet different functions to our interns. And this program is also global because we implement this program all countries we operate. So for now we have 260 interns in Turkey, while we have 47 students globally. And in June we will organize a global opening ceremony actually. This is also a part of our job, and it's very exciting at all. And the last thing I would like to emphasize that this program offers a career opportunity also for Şişecam, because our successful interns can be hired after their graduation. And here you would also see some numbers. We created this program in 2017, and from now on we have more than 1,000 interns participated in this program together, and almost 360 interns become our employees. And when you come to Şişecam, probably you can meet some of them. And second one is this first step summer internship program, and we create this program for third or fourth year university students actually, because usually they have a mandatory internship to make. So we offer this program especially for those kind of students, and again they can make their internship in our facilities, factories, in our R&D center, or our departments at the headquarters unit. And the third one we are responsible for is a university industry collaboration. And here we have some kind of projects which I proudly talk about. We work closely together with last year engineering students on their graduation projects. We participated in courses as guest lecturers with Şişecam professionals during the 2 semesters actually. And we also organized glass technology engineering certificate programs for 2 years. It takes 6 weeks long, and each week we come to the university with different Şişecam professional, and they talk about their experiences. Also, they talk about production, quality, R&D efforts of Şişecam, etc. And also the students can ask their questions. We also organize a technical visit during these certificate programs. Because these programs are also important for our talent acquisition strategies, because successful students become our interns or candidates for fresh graduates. So the university industry collaborations is also very important for us to make a pillar actually for talent acquisition. And this is our social media channels, Şişecam Career or Şişecam Kariyerim on Instagram and on Facebook. And also you can follow us on LinkedIn as Şişecam. These are our social media accounts. Thank you so much for joining us and listen to me. Here is my email address, so you can reach me anytime you want to ask for anything. Thank you so much.
Ebru Hanım, çok teşekkür ediyoruz. Thank you so much for presenting. In fact, it's inspiring. How many employees are there? I think 24,000, is that correct?
24,000, right.
So Turkish Airlines is not the largest employer. I have to update that.
But Turkish Airlines have employees just in Turkey. The 24,000 is globally in 14 countries. Maybe this is the difference.
Okay, so I'm really impressed with all of the things that you're doing, and I'm so happy that we have a collaboration in this respect. And actually, perhaps if you have the time, it would be very nice afterwards to discuss, not today perhaps, of the the legal and the financial aspects of international internship. It seems you're doing it on a frequent basis, so we can share best practices and help develop this system together with you. That would be very nice if we
can. It would be very nice.
And perhaps we can contribute in some aspects, and we'll see how it goes. Everyone, thank you so much. It is a pleasure listening to you. Do we have any questions for Şişecam here? Okay, you have your you've shared your contact information. I'm sure our students, after watching, will contact you. So this concludes our presentations. Thank you very much on behalf of EELISA team for joining us in this very exciting event. This is the first time we're doing it, and Gizem Hoca is also from Career Center, so perhaps we may combine our Career Day efforts with the ELISA efforts and make it worthwhile, more wider approach to lots of different students and lots of different stakeholders. And this is not just an internship, as I tried to mention, opportunity. It's also perhaps one of the building blocks for further collaboration. Thank you so much for joining. Hepinize, tüm katılımcılara çok teşekkür ediyoruz. We are proud to have you. And yes, perhaps Gizem would like to say a few words.
Thank you. All the presentations are fascinating. Thank you for your joining us. Thanks a lot.
Okay, so this ends our today's meeting. Daniel, are you here?
Yes, I am.
So I think we can conclude for today. Once again, thank you so much. Take care and stay in touch. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Osman Bey